Today I'm going to show you guys how to make French onion soup. Super easy and so good. You're going to do like 4 to 5 onions. It really just depends on the size of it. And we're going to do yellow onions because they're nice and sweet. You're going to peel off everything. You're going to cut off both sides, cut it in half, and just slice it. It's about this thick. If you want a tip not to cry while cutting onions, just cut with your eyes closed. I'm just kidding, don't do that. Or try it, I don't know. Next, I'm gonna do a few cloves of garlic. Most French onion soups don't call for garlic, but I personally cannot do a soup without garlic. So I'm gonna slice the garlic, not mince it. I'm just giving it a little slice. Something like that. Now the rest of the work is just on the stove. We're gonna add 1/4 cup of butter to a pot. We're gonna melt the butter down. Once the butter's all melted, we're gonna add our onions. Make sure you coat the onions in that butter. Adding that garlic too. I'm actually gonna add 2 more tablespoons of butter. We're not sauteing the onions, we're caramelizing them. It's gonna create a nice like depth flavor. We're gonna add a couple teaspoons of sugar. This process is gonna take a little bit, but you get that really good flavor. This is what the onions look like after 15 minutes. Very soft and translucent, but we want them a little bit darker. This is the color of the onions after additional 10 minutes. At this like mark in time, you really want to keep an eye on them because they will like burn instantly. So babysit the onions. This is the color I want. We're gonna turn the heat to low. We're gonna add like 4 tablespoons of flour, mixing immediately. Let this cook for about 2 more minutes. So now I'm gonna add a few splashes of brandy. You can use brandy or sherry, but I didn't have any sherry, I didn't feel like buying it. I'm gonna let this cook out. And yes, your kids can have this, the alcohol is gonna cook out. Next, we're gonna add some wine. Usually I would eyeball it, but I'm gonna give you guys measurements, so I have to like figure it out. I'm gonna start with a 1/2 cup of dry white wine. Okay, I'm gonna stick with a 1/2 cup of wine. Okay, next I'm gonna add some beef stock. I'm starting with 2 cups. Let this mix all together. I'm gonna add 2 more cups, so total 4 cups of beef stock. Now that I have all the liquid I want, I'm gonna add some fresh thyme, just some fresh rosemary, some salt and pepper. Again, taste as you go, so I don't have measurements for salt and pepper. Mix this all up. If you don't want to use alcohol, you can just skip to the beef stock, or I would add like a little splash of balsamic vinegar. I'm also gonna add a few bay leaves in there too. I'm gonna let this simmer for about 45 minutes. I want those herbs to infuse the soup. I'll be back in 45 minutes. I just made some French bread because I'm gonna make homemade croutons. I'm also gonna dip it in there too. I'll have a separate video for that. Okay, so it's all done simmering. So we're gonna put it in a bowl or something that can go in the oven and it won't explode. When you spoon it in here, try not to get like bay leaves or anything. Putting it in the bowl. I just made these croutons homemade. We're gonna throw some croutons in there. For my choice of cheese, I'm gonna add some Swiss and some smoked Gouda on top. So this is what it looks like right now. Have the oven set to 400 degrees, top shelf. What you're looking for is for the cheese to be nice and bubbly and crispy on top. Okay, it's all done. Look at it. I'm gonna put some chives on top too. I love chives. Fresh bread that I also made.
Nice souffle going on.
No, it's not a souffle.
Shit, I was guessing. What is it?
French onion soup.
Can I mix it up?
Yeah.
Smells good.
Thanks.
I hit the spot right there.
It does?
Mm-hmm. It was good. That warmed the spirit up like, good right there.
Okay. I'm like being pushed out.
That's a 15 out of 10 right through.